Hey, it's Jay. Hope all is well with you. Just going to talk about the five-step process to make 20K in a 90-minute presentation, and why is this subject relevant right now in terms of virtual presentations, in terms of masterclasses? Well, the reason why it's relevant, and it's the most important topic, some might say, is that you are able to add value to anybody in any location, any time zone. There's no restrictions, okay? Where previously, when you had to get to an event, you would have to potentially travel, fly to the event to get there. Now, the whole use of Zoom is more and more acceptable. When my mom has Zoom on her phone, we know that it's something that everybody is using because my mom doesn't really use technology. Why is now the time? Well, we are in an age of COVID-19 restrictions, things like this new variants coming. We don't rely on the news to allow us to produce cash flow, but we leverage technology. Technology is there for us to add value, for us to be interactive. Now's the time. We're not just speaking about creating an event where people are passive, people are just sitting down, people are actually engaged in the content. And as we said, no need to travel anywhere, no need to book your flights. It's pretty much as convenient as you want. And more people are used to doing things remotely. They say it takes 30 days, 30 to 40 days to change your habit. I think in terms of with the COVID restrictions, we had longer than 30 days, right? It was almost the best part of 15 months, right? 12 to 15 months. So new habits have formed. Okay, and in terms of who this is for, coaches, consultants, experts, authors, anyone who has knowledge that wants to package this knowledge and give to the masses, this is the opportunity with an online presentation, basically, to kind of get your audience together and to add that value. And finally, what makes me the expert in this area in terms of online presentations and things like this? Well, I draw a lot upon my teaching experience, my 10 years of teaching. Started when I was 5 years old, of course. Well, it's just the ability to keep people engaged by storytelling, keeping people engaged by active learning, keeping people engaged by questioning. So many different techniques to keep people engaged. So the 50 people that hop on after hour one are the 50 people that stay on, after the long term. Hey, Mark, I know Mark's logged in there. Hope all is well. So this is what we speak about. We just want to have the maximum engagement possible in order for us to really maximize our opportunities. So just going to share my screen, just to take you through the five-step process with full analysis and key points. So let's see if we can share screen on this. Magical. So here we have the system. So we start with some of the results that we've got from the system. So Gary, he made 20K in his first masterclass. That's actually gone up now to around about the 30K mark in terms of some of the sales that have come afterwards. Ozin made 43K in, again, her first masterclass. 50 people were in that particular masterclass. So first of all, it comes down to the offer. The offer has to be something that really solves an urgent problem. Problem is that if it doesn't solve an urgent problem, what ends up happening is something that people might say, maybe next year, tomorrow. But if it's urgent, the problem has to be solved now. What we are talking about is a painkiller. We want a painkiller to our problem, not a vitamin. not a vitamin. You know, when you're in absolute pain, what do we need, right? We need paracetamol, morphine. We need something to take the pain away. So that's going to be the offer. That's the number one thing. So if the offer has the urgency, then we can expect to get people into the masterclass. Also, meaning. Gotta have something that has a meaning. If you look at Maslow's hierarchy, meaning basically speaks towards you can actualize and grow. You can become a better person. So we're talking about something growth led here. Problem is that if there's no growth, that if it's not growth led, then the money might seem fantastic, but if there's no growth there, then people might think, okay, too good to be true, or might work for Sally, might work for Mohammed, but it's not going to work for me. So, urgent, meaning, then we got to talk about the offer being unique. The problem that I did very early on, is that I simply copied what everybody else was doing. That was my strategy. Copy, oh yes, I see Baz doing this, Jeffrey doing this. Let me just copy. But if you copy without actually thinking about what's my unique strength, or study the market, get the binoculars, study the market. Where's the gap? Because there may be a gap that you come in and say, hey, with my offer, it's going to be 90% support, 90% accountability to help you across. Or with my offer, no sales calls, because we know that sales calls are something that people don't want to do. Okay, so when it's unique, it's a blue ocean. You are doing something that's completely different. So it puts you in a lane by yourself. So there's no comparison. People don't say, oh, that's the same as that other person's doing. So when the offer solves the urgent problem, has meaning, is unique, guess what? It becomes affordable. The reason why it becomes affordable, okay, because people look at the potential payout. The payout for the offer is a big payout, right? And the payoff, what we have to pay, is small. Let's sort of tidy this up. If the payoff is $5,000, but over the period, you could expect $60,000. The payoff is small, payout is big. So that means that, things can work out in that respect. Next, looking at Messenger. Why is Messenger key inside this? Well, this is where we are going to invite people who are going to attend a particular workshop. So when we begin to invite people, the first step is rapport. We want to gain rapport with people that we are thinking to invite. And then we let the offer do the work. We invite people, we let the offer do the work. Because if it's the right offer with the right person and they're in pain, then it becomes something that someone says, okay, look, I want to attend the event because the offer is so good, okay? Along with Messenger, we can also communicate with people at 3 different levels. There's hot people, hot leads. So people who have expressed their interest already, people who are ready, right? Then you might have warm leads. People that might have engaged your content, know who you are. And then you might have people who are colder leads, right? Now, cold leads are a bit harder to convert, of course, because no one's heard of you, but conversions are quite low. But hot leads, warm leads, more likely to convert, and Messenger is a great place to actually invite people. I mean, of course, we can use landing pages. Landing pages and paid traffic does work. Well, conversions are lower, but when we actually speak with people in Messenger and gain a relationship with people, things become a lot simpler. A bit of tea there. Hope that all makes sense. Offer, Messenger, then let's move on. What we are talking about now, say there's 20 people in the workshop. What we are going to create is transformational content. What do I mean by transformational content here? Okay, what we mean by transformational content is content that's going to shift 3 things for people. Okay, we're not just talking about things that people intellectually say, oh, the 5 tips to this. Amazing. Okay, we're talking about things that shift 3 particular elements. And first of all, state causes a state shift. What do you mean by a state shift? Well, it means that someone may have come onto the call feeling lethargic, sleepy, tired. And then all of a sudden, when they come to your event, they are pumped, they are ready to go. State shift. Next, cause a belief shift. This often happens at events, right? Events are where you have the immersive experience, right? Where things shift. And the belief shift is something that you thought, hang on a second. I didn't know that it was possible to find investors. I didn't know it was possible to grow as a person. I didn't know it was possible to earn 5K. Belief shift. All right. And then identity shift, which is the highest level of shift, one of the highest levels. Why? Because you start acting as a new person. You don't wait to get the course materials and things like this. On the actual call, you start becoming that new person. It causes a complete shift. I hope that makes sense. So with a transformational, made a spelling mistake here. We're all human. Okay? Transformational content. The essence is on the audience. Sometimes it's all about the speaker. Right? Oh, look at this presentation I've produced. Look at this. It's all about me, I. But no, it's 80% is revolved around the audience doing things. Audience doing activities, audience doing self-reflection, audience writing in the content bars, audience having to get out of their comfort zone and go into the fear zone and then move to the growth zone. Audience. Rather than me. Then next, what do? We do the content, then we enroll. Now, we enroll, generally speaking, you guessed it, through Messenger. People have completely transformed their demeanor. They are new people. They see life in a new way, right? And so because they see life in that new light, when we come to speak with people, we're not selling, we're serving. It's not sleazy, we're serving. You know, we're not trying to simply squeeze people like a lemon. We're touching base. We spend that time together, right? So you enroll through Messenger, and that allows us to enroll. There's no sales calls there. Okay, we're just checking in. Then finally, what we do is something called retargeting. The replay. Now, why is retargeting the replay important? because it's going to cause such a shift, retargeting the replay basically gives people who had the link or knew about the event, it gives them the opportunity to watch the event because they may not have had, I don't know, they may have had a meeting or they may not have been able to watch the event. Okay, so have a clear offer that solves a massive problem. We use Messenger, transformational content, we enroll, and then we retarget the replay to try and get more people buying. I think Gary, he got 13 signups in a 90-minute session using the Sensei Masterclass system. So, you know, all is possible in that regard. So, you know, if you would like to, potentially speak with me about me setting up this particular process for you, Sensei Masterclass system, like I said, did this system for Gary and Ozin, would really love to have a coffee, cyber coffee with yourself to see if we can get an event going. It's a great way to position yourself, to raise cash quickly. And yeah, it's genuinely something that can add value to your tribe. So if that's something that might be of interest, yeah, please send me a DM and we'll be happy to help you. Thanks for listening. It's been Jay.